What is up, my big blue collars? My name is David Camp, and I will be your foreman today. I'm talking a little bit quieter because my cousin and her husband are sleeping in the living room right now. And we have very thin walls. So today's video is going to be more of a little bit of an ASMR with some music in the background and my epic, awesome, and badass gameplay. Today we're going to be doing an Am I the Asshole video. We have a pretty good one in store today. I have proofread like 3 of these, and I found the best one out of the 3, so let's get into it. Alrighty, let's get into Am I the Asshole for refusing to tell my roommate that I could hear her moan? I, male, 27, live in a 3-bedroom apartment, and I shared it with 2 roommates. One of them moved out, and the other roommate, female, 29, took over the room. It is bigger. I have had very bad experiences with roommates. I could sit for hours talking about the horrors of it. When our roommate moved out, we decided we could wait with renting the new room until we find someone really good. We split the rent until then. The vents in our apartment made it so that I could hear what happened in my roommate's room. I think she has her bed literally right below it. I've never been to her room, and she is not a loud person, but yeah, I could hear it. At first I was embarrassed, but then I decided not to tell her because I didn't want to make her awkward. And then she would move out. She's very shy. Then I would lose literally one of the best roommates I have ever had. She's clean, quiet, and we barely even see each other because she keeps mostly to her room. She makes the best food too, and she's generous enough to just leave some for me in the fridge when she knows I have exam periods. I don't want to risk it. When my girlfriend was visiting, I made the stupid decision to tell her. She went berserk calling me an asshole for cheating and threatened to tell her. I am very sure she would die of embarrassment and leave. I don't care what she does in her room. We are neighbors. I have never gone to my neighbors to tell them I can hear them moan. For me, that's a violation. That's a bit excessive for your girlfriend to be calling you an asshole and cheating. You're not doing anything with your roommate, and I mean, honestly, I feel like you should tell your roommate, hey, listen, I can hear this, and try and figure it out with her, see if maybe y'all can add some soundproofing or something. Try and make her, not completely embarrassed about it. It's going to be an embarrassing situation nonetheless, but I feel like there's better ways to go about it. Your girlfriend going berserk on you for that's a bit of a red flag in my opinion. I feel like she possibly should have, maybe tried to help you figure out a way to explain this to your roommate and let her know, hey, this is kind of awkward for me too, stuff like that. But going berserk on you for that and calling you an asshole and cheating and all that, that's not cheating. But we'll get into that once we get into the comments. Obviously, temporary account for privacy reasons. The account has been deleted, by the way, hence why I did not mention them in the beginning of the video. Update. So, he worded this one weirdly. He said, so it thought, I'm going to assume he meant I. So I thought a compromise would work, so I texted my girlfriend that I would speak to my roommate and tell her about the funny thing I realized, that the vents are leading sounds from her room and that I thought I should tell her. My girlfriend answered, or you could just tell her the truth. Why beat around the bush about it? Why do her feelings matter? Because we share an apartment and I don't want it to be awkward between us, and she's been a good roommate and she's very shy. I don't want to make her uncomfortable. So her feelings are worth more than mine. Got it. I told her no, and she said either I told her to stop for real or she will. No playing around, just tell her the truth or she will. I will tell her the truth then, or we are over. So I told her, if you tell her the truth, we are over. God damn. This does not sound like a happy relationship, ladies and gentlemen. I mean, correct me if I'm wrong, she's taking this a bit too far. She's acting like he's straight up, like, pursuing his roommate, and he's not. He's just in an awkward situation that, and he doesn't want to lose a really good roommate. Because having a roommate has a lot of benefits. Splitting the rent means you don't have to pay as much. You have a decent friend and companionship, I suppose, when it comes to that. At the same time, it's also an awkward situation for him because he doesn't know how to bring it up with his roommate, and his girlfriend's not really helping by, I'm sorry, I'm gonna be blunt here, by being a bitch. Instead of giving him some advice or maybe trying to help him find a good way to bring it up to his roommate. Let's get into the comments here. I already read a couple of comments before I started the video. A lot of these people seem to agree with what I'm saying here, which is that, you know, his girlfriend's being very controlling and immature, essentially. Alrighty. First comment is, how is it cheating? What the fuck? OP said, yes, that was mental. Someone said, your girlfriend wants you to be unkind to your roommate so she can feel the warm second-hand glow of making another woman feel terrible. I think your girlfriend sounds controlling and immature. You should get out of this relationship. I feel like it's definitely something to talk. Like, if you really, for some reason, want to stay in the relationship, I would say maybe talk with your girlfriend. If she wants to end it, or if she's just not willing to back down from being this way, being rude and shit, I would definitely suggest getting out of the relationship, because this does sound pretty controlling, in my opinion. Not very fruitful. Your girlfriend's insecurities are showing. This is just a reality of having housemates. This is not some nightly sexcapades. She's a good roomie. If I only had a dime for every time I heard a male roommate blow a gasket in a bathroom. P.S. Doesn't your girl make noises when she gets off? Oh my god. OP, your girlfriend is crazy. You need to dump her. Here's another one. I'm telling you right now, save yourself the boatload of shit and cut her loose, because it's worse. I'm sure she's got her good characteristics. She can be loving and kind and understanding, but all the things to accuse as cheating. She should be sympathetic to your situation, not make you feel bad for being in it. Save yourself. Okay, I agree with this guy totally. That's what I'm trying to explain. I'm just not very good with my wording at times. Because OP doesn't really, obviously, doesn't go into what his relationship is like. It's not, you know, relevant to the story, but he did go into his girlfriend's opinion and what she has to say about it, which is not fruitful to his situation. It's not fruitful to the relationship, and it really does make her seem like she's incredibly controlling. Someone else offered a solution for this guy, actually, saying just get a white noise machine for your room or run a box fan. This should be a non-issue. Your girlfriend is wildly overreacting. That's correct. You know, some people wear headphones to sleep. Maybe play some music when you're going to sleep, or if that doesn't work, like I said, talk with your roommate. Make sure, you know, it's, you know, in private. You're not out here at a coffee shop talking about this. But, you know, maybe talk with your roommate and try and make it less awkward. It's going to be an awkward situation if you do bring it up with her at all. But maybe try and talk with her. Maybe see about getting some soundproofing or doing something with the vents. I don't know, man. That's what I'm thinking. At least make it less awkward. Talk with her. Figure it out, you know. So then you don't lose a good roomie. So I guess the verdict here would be that the guy is, no, he's not the asshole here. And it's actually highly suggested that he leave his current girlfriend. Yeah, that was the only update. He doesn't have any more updates. And obviously the account is deleted, so I can't go and see if he added anything else. But, yeah. That's my opinion on this story. Kind of a short video today, only about 10 minutes. Another thing to add here is this was my only take on the video, which is surprising because usually my dog would try and be barking in the background, but I am recording this at like 11 at night, so that's fun. I still don't know how to end a YouTube video, just like I don't know how to end a live stream. So I appreciate you all for joining me on the video. What's your take on this? Is the guy being, in your opinion, is the guy being an asshole for refusing to tell his roommate that he can hear her through the vents and whatnot? Is the girlfriend in the right? Is the girlfriend in the wrong? Is the girlfriend being controlling and a bitch, or is the guy being a bitch and being annoying about it? Let me know in the comments. Anyway, I've been your foreman. Subscribe to become a big blue collar, and I will see you all in the next one.